What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we got our
best heroes
tier list for Viking Rise. Like and subscribe for more amazing mobile game content. The very first hero we're going to go over is, I don't know how to say their actual name, so I'm just going to kind of refer to them as their sub names. The Snow Musician. This is the VIP exclusive hero, legendary. You go ahead, you 99 cents any pack, and you will unlock this hero, and then all of the hero shards are going to be bought through the Prosperity, aka VIP. This is the pretty much one of the most broken heroes in this game. It is arguably the best hero in this game. Specialties are maxed out for everything. You'll see S tier. I mean, you can use her for pretty much anything. She has an amazing healing active skill. She goes ahead and heals your wounded units. Very, very strong for PvP, and she is a support. Good at leading pikemen. Definitely, I put her in the S because if you can spend money to kind of really power her up, you will dominate this game. But again, this is a very pay-to-win hero, and respectively, you kind of get what you pay for, right? You do some really serious damage with your wallets when you go ahead and you unlock and power her up. Next up we have is the Cold Spirit. This is the next legendary. Specializes in porter, gathering, and skills. Now this is one of the weakest legendaries you can kind of pull, which is kind of sad. Pretty much just kind of specializes in gathering, really nothing else. The active skills are kind of okay, and the passive skills not that great. Mostly just kind of used specifically for gathering, and you have a little bit of skill damage, but not necessarily compared to all of the other legendaries. However, I will say that if you are looking for heroes for gathering, she is definitely better than the epic gathering heroes or the rare heroes. So for that instance, I mean, she's good for gathering, but overall, she's definitely the weakest. I would say one of the weakest legendaries that you can get. Next up, we have the Viking Arthur, I think is how you say his name. This guy's pretty decent. He's not overpowering, but he's also not really bad either. He kind of falls into that middle category. Good at leading archers, very good for PvP and skills. I do like his active skill. He goes ahead and inflicts AoE damage up to 3 different targets, which is good, and then a chance for some burn damage, and then some more just amazing skills for damaging as well. Talent trees just pretty much increase your archer stats as well as reducing basic damage that you're going to take. So I really like this character. I think he's definitely one that is worth investing in, but not like super broken as like the pay to win. So I'm putting him in the A area. We have Gregory. This is another one who kind of lands in the middle where he's good, but he's not overly good. Infantry, PvP, basic attacker. I mean, he's pretty much the same as our last legendary hero we just went over. The only difference is he specializes in leading a different type of troop. Infantry as opposed to the other one was archers. Again, good for PvP, and instead of being focused on doing skill damage, he is focused on basic attacks. So his skills will do like increased basic attack damage for up to 3 allied troops in a circular range. So I really like this buff right here. And then the passive, when deployed, troop performs basic attacks, chance of lightly healing. So this I really do like. I mean, you could put him in the S because he does have damage and he has the chance to heal, which is really strong in this game. So I would definitely say that, like, I wouldn't argue if you were to say he's an S, but I'm personally going to put him in the A because I'm trying to save the S for like the super pay to win broken heroes. Next up, we have Lady of Snow. She is a leader, which means she's great with different units, pretty much any type of unit. And then she's also a support main. Her specialties are kind of bad. You'll see D, C, with the only good one or decent one being commerce. However, her active skill is amazing. She is the only hero in this game that has the silence effect. Active skill goes ahead and does direct damage to a target troop with a 75% chance to silence the target, which means they're unable to cast active skills for 3 seconds. She's the only legendary in this game that has that effect. No other legendaries have really good crowd control like she does. When target troops are silenced, there's a 50% chance to reduce the troops' rage. You're getting a ton of crowd control, debuffing effects to the enemy, which I think is amazing, and I personally am favored more towards that play style pretty much with any game. So I always think that crowd control abilities, CC effects, they are the best when it comes to pretty much anything. So I'm putting her in the S because I think she is extremely amazing. Next up, we have the Divine Servant Gens, infantry, PvP, and basic attacker. This is another guy who's decent. He's good, but he's not overly amazing. Inflicts direct damage, fan-shaped area. You're getting good AoE, 3 target troops, increases the damage received from basic attacks. So you can kind of do like a nice basic attack build, putting him as your main commander, and then putting the other character that we just mentioned, who's also another basic attacker, as your secondary. So there's a lot of good synergy involved, but definitely putting him in the A, another one that's really good but not overly amazing. Next one we have is the Deerhead Laird. This is your daily purchase hero. So you go ahead into the shop, you can go ahead and purchase these hero fragments every day for $5 and really do some serious damage with your wallet. Again, this is another extremely pay to win hero. You'll see the specialties are maxed out for everything. Again, one that we're putting in the S. And our final super duper broken legendary hero is going to be the Dragon Slayer Ragnar, another one who is just maxed out on specialties for S. Pretty much use him for anything. Leader, polymath, he's good at everything, and support. Taking a quick look at his skills, increases the attack, the defense, and the health of up to 3 allied troops in a circular range. I mean, just buffing everything is insane. Just such a good active skill. Passive ability, when taking basic attack damage, increases the active skill damage of the secondary commander by a percentage, with a chance to recover a certain amount of troops. So another one. I mean, this guy is so broken. If you can go ahead and power him up, you're going to be absolutely dominating your server. We're putting him in the S. Moving along, we got 3 left for our legendaries. We got the Snake Eye Pikeman, PvP and skills. Another hero that is decent, does direct damage and increases passive skill damage, which just goes ahead and again does direct damage, which is really strong, but that's pretty much all this character really has going for him. I do like that, like, he has this extra ability where it increases the main commander's active skill damage by a percentage. So you would basically use him specifically as a secondary to kind of support some of the other more broken legendary heroes you can get. So I mean, paired up, he can be very devastating, but kind of on his own or leading as a main commander, he's not the greatest. So we'll put him in the A area. Next up we have is the Oracle Varka. Porter Gathering support. This is another one that is really bad. Probably the second worst legendary hero that you can pull. Really doesn't have anything going on for them. Their active skill is okay. I do kind of like the 50% chance to reduce the target's normal attack damage. However, this really only helps if you're going up against an enemy who focuses on normal attacks. If you're going up against the legendary heroes who focus mainly on skill damage, this is pretty much useless. And the other thing is, like, this character focuses mainly on gathering. A lot of the talents increase the porter's stats. So like increase deployed porters defense, increase their health, increase their march speed. Porters, you don't use them at battle at all. They're pretty much useless in battle. Basically the worst unit in the game to take into PvP or pretty much any type of combat. Overall, just really good for gathering, but nothing else. We're gonna put them in the B area. And then finally, our last legendary hero we have is Pathfinder. I don't know how to say her name. Definitely like the character model on her though. She looks amazing. Archer, PvP, and skills. This is a decent one. There's some other really good burn heroes in this game, so you can definitely pair her up well as either a main commander or a secondary commander at that. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put her in the A.